So you're moving to Charleston, South Carolina, and that's great, but now what? Where do you go? Well, these two areas need to be at the top of your list, and that is James Island and the West Ashley area in Charleston, South Carolina, or as we simply call it here, West Ashley. These two are the most popular places people land when relocating to Charleston, South Carolina. And here's the thing, these are two very different ideas about what suburban Charleston living looks like. One is an island lifestyle built around the beach. The other is about convenience in life, like more house, more shopping, and a trail system that runs for miles. And don't forget, you can always get your free Charleston, South Carolina relocation guide in the description below. And it's just packed full of great information that every buyer needs to know before moving to Charleston, South Carolina. So you definitely want to get that. And if you'll stay to the end, I'll share one of the most important things about flooding here that every buyer needs to know before moving. And if we haven't met, my name is Jason Carton. I'm with Carolina One Real Estate right here in Charleston, South Carolina. I grew up here in the Charleston area and can offer, true locals advice that can make the journey to Charleston just a lot smoother. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here's the simplest way to understand the difference in James Island and West Ashley. James Island is a lifestyle play here. You're buying the proximity to Folly Beach and the community that's grown up around it, and there's water access everywhere. It's an established, tight-knit feel. People who live on James Island love James Island, and they'll tell you about it. West Ashley is a value play here, convenience, in your life. You get more square footage for the dollar, more shopping, more variety in housing, from 1940s ranches in Avondale to brand new construction out on Bees Ferry Road. Both areas offer different lifestyles, and the buyers who end up the happiest are the ones who get clear on which one fits the way they actually want to live. James Island is tucked between downtown Charleston and Folly Beach. You cross the connector into downtown in about 5 minutes. Folly's about 10 minutes the other direction, and that proximity is the value proposition here. The beach is a big deal. It's daily life. Even if you don't go every day, and not everybody does, but knowing you can be on the sand in 10 minutes changes the way you feel about where you live. You'll have, Sunday morning coffee on Folly, weekday sunset walks, and it's always going to be there whenever you want. Another great feature on James Island is the James Island County Park. It's definitely an anchor on the island with, its climbing wall. You've got a splash zone water park, you've got trails, you've got camping facilities out there, and as well, at Christmas time, you've got the Festival of Lights, which is always a big draw for the park. The neighborhoods on James Island are established. Riverland Terrace is one of the oldest. It's a tree-lined neighborhood with historic homes and has that old Charleston feel. Now, you've also got some marshfront properties along the Clark Sound and Ellis Creek with docks and sunset views. When it comes to real estate now, you're generally paying a premium for the proximity on James Island. Median home prices run in the mid to high 600s, trending higher for anything near the water, that's for sure. Now, the honest part though, Folly Road's traffic is definitely a thing. On summer weekends, you're gonna have beach traffic, rush hour, and there's just no way around it. Now, flooding also, some areas of James Island deal with nuisance tidal flooding, especially during king tides, and those are the moon tides, if you will, and then hurricanes. Hurricanes are never going to go away. James Island is a coastal community, and insurance costs reflect that too. All right, so now let's talk West Ashley. West Ashley is actually part of the city of Charleston. It's not its own town. It's everything west of the Ashley River, which is a lot of territory, and you can see it here on the map as I've got it pulled up here for you. And the way locals think about it is simple. West Ashley, you've got two sections. You've got inside I-526 and you've got outside I-526. And inside 526 is the older side. Avondale is the walkable heart of West Ashley. You've got restaurants, coffee shops, bookstores. It's that neighborhood bar where everybody knows your name type energy. And homes here, though, they're built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and they're smaller, but they're character-filled ranches and cottages, but you're close to everything there. Outside 526 is where really the growth is in West Ashley. Carolina Bay is a great master plan neighborhood with the pools, the playground, the trails that, really keeps everything, all the amenities right there at your front doorstep. Shadow Moss is a neighborhood that really has the only golf course in West Ashley. Bees Ferry Road is seeing new construction and new commercial development every day, and out there you're getting more house, newer construction, bigger lots at a lower price per square foot as well. And here's the number that tells the story. Inside 526, a home over 2,500 square feet runs you close to $1 million. Outside of 526, you're in the mid 600s, and that's nearly 50% more house for your money once you cross that line. And another bonus in West Ashley is the West Ashley Greenway, and it's just an awesome gym. It's 8 miles of paved trail, completely separated from traffic, so walkers, bikers, joggers, families with strollers all can use it, and it's just the kind of amenity that changes how you live, West Ashley. And now for dining and shopping options, West Ashley's got more than you can handle by double than James Island. West Ashley is going to be where the Costco, the Target, the Lowe's, Home Depot is going to be. You've got restaurants everywhere. Boxcar Betty's is a great chicken joint. Swig and Swine's a great barbecue, and Avondale Wine and Cheese is a great little spot in Avondale where you can really kick back and talk to some of your neighbors there. Now, the trade-offs, you've got, you're not on the beach. Folly is maybe, 18 to 20 minutes from the Avondale side of things. It's doable, but it's not, 10 minutes away close. And let's talk about the numbers here, because the money tells the real story. James Island. All right, the median single family home is in the mid to high 600s. The closer you are to the water, the higher it goes. Marshfront with a dock and you're over $1 million for sure. Lot sizes are modest. You're paying for the address, not the acreage. In West Ashley now, inside 526, Avondale, Windermere, smaller homes, renovated ranches, those are in the 4s to 6s. Outside 526, townhomes actually start in the low 3s. Single family homes from the mid 4s to 9s. The Crescent, which is a luxury waterfront neighborhood on the Wapu Cut, averages over $3 million now. So you've got definitely a diverse inventory, if you will. Here's the framework I use. For the same $650,000 that you have on James Island, you're getting a solid 3-bedroom, maybe 1,800 square foot house, older construction, great location. That same $650 in West Ashley outside of 526 gets you new construction, 4 bedrooms, 2,500 square feet, and amenity center right down the street. So how do you work through this? Here are the questions I actually ask my buyers. And number one, what does your ideal Saturday look like? And, I ask this a lot in all my videos. And, are you the type of person that wants to be on Folly by 10 a.m.? You're grabbing lunch on the way home at Melvin's Barbecue, which you must try their banana pudding, and then catching live music at one of, James Island's many spots during the night. That's James Island. It's got an island rhythm. Or are you hitting the Greenway on your bike? You're grabbing a sandwich in Avondale. You're running errands without leaving your side of town, and maybe grilling out in your bigger backyard in the Edens. And that's West Ashley. Convenience and space really set the tone here. Number two, how much house do you actually want? James Island going to give you less square footage for more money. The trade-off is the location. West Ashley is going to give you more house for the dollar, especially outside 526. Number three, do you need to be close to the beach, or you just need to be able to get there? James Island's 10 minutes from Folly, and it feels close, man. West Ashley is going to be, 20 minutes plus, and it's a drive that you have to plan for. Both get you to the sand. The difference is just whether, the beach feels like your backyard or your destination. Number four, new construction or character. James Island is mostly established. Inventory is older. The homes are, some need renovations, and, you have limited new builds here. West Ashley gives you both, historic neighborhoods inside 526 and brand new communities outside of it. There's no wrong answer with either. It's just a trade-off. All right, so stick around here, because here is something that, most buyers don't learn until they're deep into the search, and that's the property tax assessment ratio. And this is another topic you'll hear me talk about a lot in my videos, and it's just super important to know now. And, your primary residence is assessed at 4%. Second homes are at 6%. On a $700,000, property, the difference is real, and it compounds every year that you own the place. And flood insurance, that brings me to the second golden nugget that I'll give you here. On James Island especially, you're on an island, you need to know the flood zone before you buy. And some areas are fine, but others aren't. You're looking at extra, few $100s to a couple $1,000s a year in flood insurance. And, West Ashley has flood zones too, but, particularly near the marshes and creeks. In both areas, wind and hail coverage is separate from your standard homeowners policy. If you have any questions on flooding or flood insurance, you can just drop a comment in the section below, and I read them all, so we can definitely talk about that some more. I'm Jason Carton with Carolina One Real Estate. I was raised right here and can offer great local insight. Drop a comment, either James Island or West Ashley, and what matters to you most. I read every single comment, and remember to get the Charleston, South Carolina relocation guide below in the description. And really, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. And actually, you can see my Charleston and Mount Pleasant video right here. So y'all just come back and see me. Take care.